Hello there, I'm Calamones, and if you're listening to this right now, that means all my work has paid off, and I have gotten the layout to work. After ages and multiple attempts, if you're listening to this, I've gotten it working. So, high five for me, I'm the best around. Anyway, yeah, welcome back to this run-through I've been doing. I spent so much time on this layout that you're looking at the screen right now. And it's one of the, I'm really proud of it, and I feel like it enhances the quality of the video. If you're wondering what the background is about, it's the remake of what is the game I'm playing right now, Pokemon Emerald. Well, it's not confirmed, I don't believe, but it's speculated that's one of the pictures of the remake that's supposed to be coming out in, I believe 2014. And, yeah, I'll be first in line to get that. I will be one of the first people in line, just sprinting to GameStop or wherever the hell to get that game, because holy crap, I loved Emerald so much, and I just want to play more of it. Pokemon X and Y was announced a couple days ago, and I have mixed feelings, because, I hated Gen 5, I'll be honest, I hated it so much. But at the same time, like, I hated it Pokemon-wise. Game-wise, it was actually, like, one of the best story-driven Pokemon games in all of the games. But I just hated, like, their choices. But this game, they actually seem like, the Pokemon seem kind of, I don't know, the name-wise, they seem okay. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt on this one, especially because they've revamped the entire, like, the look of the game, and it looks really cool now, and I really enjoy it. But I still have to think, it's like, it's a 50-50 shot here. It could be one of the best Pokemon games, or if not the best Pokemon game, or one of the lower end of the spectrum. It could be bad. It could be really, really bad. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game. It was, like, I watched the entire announcement release by the, I forget what his name was, the Japanese guy who was on, Nintendo Direct, and I watched that entire, 10-minute clip of him just talking about Pokemon games. And, this is the first Pokemon game to be released at the same time, in, the Americas and Europe and whatnot, as it is in Japan. Which I find cool, because then you don't have to speak Japanese to get the game on time. And you won't have to, like, import it or anything. Which is great for those who just want to, like, play Pokemon and not have to wait another 2 years to play a game that they've had for a bit and probably already gotten through. So, and yeah, it'll also be, everyone will basically be on the equal playing fields when it comes to the game, and in the sense that, like, if you go online, even when, like, the game first comes out in the Americas, I remember I got Black and White, and I first went online, and then everyone already had, like, all the Japanese players had already, like, maxed out everything, and I was just sitting there, like, oh, yeah, because that was one of the games I hadn't played early. I played Emerald on time, like, on Japanese time, because I'm, like, slightly okay. I can more or less make out some of the stuff, so I can play games like that, but I don't know, I wasn't as pumped for Black and White 2. Oh, no, I haven't even touched Black and White. You want to talk Black and White? I haven't even touched that game. I've heard good things about it, though, so I might think about it. But at this moment, no, I'm just kind of... But as far as Emerald goes, this is the speed run. I realize I'm talking about Pokemon, but I'm talking about every single game that's not this one. As far as this game goes, this game has been my favorite Pokemon game for a bunch of reasons. Well, like Fire Red and Emerald, it comes close, but Fire Red wins in some areas, Emerald wins in others. Emerald wins every single time in the music department, because musically, it sounds amazing, and I just love it to bits. And, like, there's a bit of an over-reliance on trumpet, as you may hear from some people who talk about the game, but as a whole, it sounds really, really good, and I like all the soundtracks in the first, like every single segment of the game, in the town's battle music, wild Pokemon battle music, it all sounds really, really nice. Which is how Albie, like, in Call of Duty games, decides what weapons he uses. He likes, like, the sound of them, which I don't get. But, that's him. And another reason I like Emerald as much as I do is because, this was back in the days before contests started to suck, and because nowadays it's just, like, dressing up your Pokemon and watching them dance. But back in Emerald, this is the one game, like, the one gen, where it had strategy to it, and it had, like, this really cool system, and I actually played a bunch of contests, and I, like, liked it. And it was just, I actually had a good time, and I maxed that, I got, I believe it was, what was it, coolness, I got all the way through on one of my Pokemon. I forget which one, it was one of my, it was on my, not the emulator that I used for this, it was on, like, my cartridge, when I was playing it a little bit ago, maybe 2 years ago. And yeah, I liked that, like, that little segment added a lot of replayability to the game, and Pokemon as itself added a lot of replayability to the game, because, like, you know, it takes 30 or 40 hours to complete, and then after that you can catch them all, or you can restart with another starter, or you can just wander around and do all the other crap that there is in the game to do. But also, what made this game cool was the Battle Frontier. I loved the Battle Frontier so much. It was probably one of my favorite segments of any Pokemon game, because for those who aren't aware what the Battle Frontier is, after you beat the game, like after you completed the Elite Four and you're champion, blah, 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 and you get the credits, Scott, who's been following you throughout the entire game, walks up to you and he's like, yo, player name, there's this awesome island with everyone who's, like, really good at Pokemon, and you're gonna go there, and you're gonna fight everyone, and you're like, hell yeah, and he takes you on a boat there, and Frontier symbols, never knew how to, I was never good enough to actually get them, and, the closest I got was in I don't know what the name of it is off the top of my head, but it's one where it's the tower you go to, where you rent Pokemon instead of, like, bringing in your own personally trained ones, and you can, like, you swap, and it's a lot more strategical, what am I saying, strategic, then it was just really fun to play, even though I never figured out how to get any ribbons, and it was also, some of the Pokemon you can get in the campaign, which was, Sudowoodo, which was guarding the, the tower, to get to, the caves, where you could get that one Pokemon, I forget what its name is now, I'm forgetting everything off the top of my head at the moment, but it was the one where, in fact, that, like, when you attacked, it only had one move, but that move was to copy the move you just used. And it learned that every, like, 10 or 11 levels, so you could basically set that thing up, if you set it up well, to have whatever moves you really wanted it to have. Which was cool, and it was a cool concept at the time, and I liked that, and I found that in the game. But another reason I really enjoyed Emerald was, it was one of the, like, aesthetically, it was one of the better, it was a humongous jump from the last games, which were Fire Red and Leaf Green. Well, when I say Emerald, I'm talking about 3rd gen as a whole, because, this was the first game to amplify, you could see your footsteps in the sand as you ran about, and as a kid, when after you play Pokemon for a couple of years and you step onto the sand, you're like, holy crap, I can see my feet, your mind just explodes out of your own head, and you just don't know what's going on, you're just like, that was me anyway, that was my reaction to it. I was like a kid, I like crap my pants, and then, also, you could see your own reflection in the water, and that was just everything. These two little things, even though they sound little, they just changed so much as a player especially when you're a kid and you think about it, you're just like, wow, these are stupid and reflection of my mind, but it was so cool at the time. Anyway, I'm running out of time here, and I realize I've been kind of ranting, but thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, favorite the video, and I'll see you in roughly a week when I post again. Goodbye.